Hello friends, I'm Robin Fike to Stamping Country. Welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make these fun pop-up slider cards. Now this one happens to be for my grandson Grady, and he loves all things baseball. He loves sports, but he really loves baseball. So I thought it would be fun to say, happy birthday, All-Star. I love that you can personalize your homemade cards or your hand-stamped cards. And I'm going to show you how to do that today with this card. Look at, even on the back, we've personalized it. Of course, these pop-up slider cards aren't just for kids. You can also make them for adults, say someone who's 30, like my son Brian. So this one is for an adult. I personalized it with the Make a Difference stamp set. I was able to stamp his age. And then the pickup truck, I made another pop-up card earlier with the Petal to the Metal stamp set, and I'll include a picture of that card. It was for another grandson on the blog post listed in the description. But this is such a fun card. I love that it's personalized. I even have another little surprise on the back. The little dies that I used on the other card, I used on the back so that I could write his name. To make this card, you're going to need a base that's cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/4, which is just a little bit short, and that is because you want to have room for the little tab and still have it fit in the envelope. And then I'm going to use a piece of Noble Peacock designer paper. Notice how shiny it is. This is cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of Whisper White. This is going to get tucked inside. This one's cut 3 3/4 by 5. You could probably even make it a little smaller, but that's the size I made it. That's going to get sandwiched in between the Blueberry Bushel and the Noble Peacock. And then for my pull tab, I went real red. It's 4 3/4 by 2 1/2. And that's going to make the pull tab. Now, I've added just one more piece to this card because when I pull with those letters in there, it was catching. So that's a window sheet that's cut 5 by 3 3/4. I'm going to use the Stitch Stars dies to make the little star on the front. Actually, it's the biggest die, star die in the set. I'm going to cut that with Whisper White. And then I'm going to personalize it with the well-written stamp set and the well said dies. Now I may have that backwards. So I'm going to use the coordinating dies and stamp set to say happy birthday. Okay, so it's the well said stamp set and the well written dies. And then I'm using the hand lettered prose dies to personalize it, and that's from the big catalog. And I'm able to personalize the inside to say All-Star. You could also put a name there. You could do whatever you want with these to personalize your card. Just love that you can do this when you make your own cards. Makes it extra special. I'm going to use real red ink to stamp my birthday. And then, of course, we'll adhere the happy to the top. Now for the inside, I'm going to arrange, I've decided to go All-Star. So I'll arrange my letters that I did with the hand lettered prose dies. And you need to space those so that they fit inside the little peekaboo door. So you can, I just loosely arrange them and then take a look to see how they fit. You can see I need to go a little to the left, which should be easy to do. Okay, so once you have that done, you'll notice when I pull my door, it catches a little bit on those letters, and it was a little awkward. So I cut a window sheet the same size as the Whisper White cardstock, and I'm just going to place that over top. That will make it so that the door can slide. Now, to make the actual door, I'm using the stitched rectangle dies. Put the rough side down, center it, and I'm going to hold that in place with a piece of repositionable tape. Now my cutting machine, which is a Big Shot, works on pressure, so I'm going to show you the trick to making it a door instead of a window. When you put the top cutting plate on, don't cover the top of that die, and it won't cut. And that's how you make a door. Just a real simple little trick to use only part of your die. It's just like magic. You're going to love this. And ta-da! It didn't cut the top. Now I want to score at the top, the center, and then I want a little tab at the bottom. I'm going to go between the two cut lines. That's the top. I'm just eyeballing this. I'm not even bothering to measure. And that's about the center. And then a little tab at the bottom, maybe about, I don't know, a half an inch. Again, I'm just eyeballing this. And that makes the little pop up. So you fold valley, mountain, valley. And ta-da! Now to make the pull tab, I'm going to use my Real Red tab. And I'm going to punch it with my trio punch. I'm going to punch the corners. And then I'm going to make this little oval hole. I love that I can do all those things with that punch. And that gives me something to put my ribbon or baker's twine through. I'm going to use tear and tape to adhere the tab. I want it to be really strong because I get a feeling it's going to be pulled more than once. So this will make it strong. And I'll put the bottom of the tab over that. And that's what makes it pull up and down. And you can use ribbon or baker's twine, whatever you want to use here. I just want something that you can latch on to. Okay, now when you put your adhesive on this, make sure that you don't put any on the top because you want to be able to pull that tab. So you're just going around the three sides. We're almost done. Looks great, doesn't it? Now about that star, I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals just on the bottom half. I don't want it sticking or any sticky above that score line. You could also just put it on the pop-up tab itself. And you want it above the tab. So that's how it pops up. I'm using the So Sentimental stamp set and Whisper White ink. I thought this would be a fun little surprise. This is going to an 8-year-old. So to have a hidden message is just sort of fun. It says this calls for confetti. And because he's a huge baseball fan, I used my Stitched Stars die for something on the back. And I'm going to write with my chalk marker. I'm going to write, "Love Nana and Papa." Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Thanks so much and have a fabulous day.